Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. We're at an old farmstead, getting ready to check out something that's pretty cool, but I have no idea what it is. Came out of that barn right there, right behind me. This is some sort of a Volkswagen-based kit car, dune buggy type thing. Not really sure. Definitely out of my wheelhouse, but it's kind of neat. I don't know if there's a market for it. I don't know what the people do with these. I don't know if they've got a big restoration following. I don't know, but it's different, it's unique, and it's interesting. So I thought, well, what the heck? Let's check it out. Well, here it is. From what we found with just some very minimal research, there was a body similar to this called a Barry Mini T. Is that what this is? I don't know. I'm not sure. It looks similar to this, but this was like a longer body with a back seat, and from what we found, those Mini Ts were not set up for a back seat. So, like I said, I don't really have any clue. We're going to learn about this together, I guess. It is definitely based on a Volkswagen platform. The bug body was removed and this fiberglass body was added, which was pretty common with a lot of these type of kit cars back in the day. Obviously the Myers-Manx, probably one of the more well-known ones. Fortunately, the tires held air after being in this barn for years and years. Came out of that barn literally right behind us. Been in there for almost 30 years. Last tag on it was in 1994. So it's been in there for almost 30 years. It does have a Volkswagen engine in it. And like I said, it's all Greek to me. We're all going to learn about this together. So we're ready to get her loaded up. Like I said, it's out. You saw the other pictures where it was in. We got the trailer sitting here. We're getting ready to suck it on, get this thing back, get it rinsed off, maybe try to figure out what in the heck this thing is. We can take a quick peek inside here. Definitely tell it is based on the entire Volkswagen platform with this fiberglass body added to it. So pretty unique car, straight out of that barn, been in there for almost 30 years, which is where we actually got a whole bunch of oil cans too recently. Be sure to check out that video. We'll put the card in here so you can check out the oil cans that came out of this barn as well, that were stacked in and around this old whatchamacallit. I guess it's probably a good way to put it, because I really don't know. But like I said, there it is. We're gonna do a little bit more research on it. We're gonna get it home, get it cleaned up, try to figure out what the heck we've got, and we'll be bringing some more content on it soon. But definitely a unique little car. Just got a little bit to learn about it. Well, we've got this thing back home, whatever it is. Still haven't figured out what the body is. Did find out it actually is still titled as a Volkswagen. It does have a Volkswagen VIN on it, and it does have a Volkswagen title. From what we can tell after we got it loaded, basically everything under the shell is still Volkswagen, but don't know for sure what this body is. But like I said, it's back in town, got it rolled off the trailer. We're gonna give it its first bath in 30 years, easily. Last tagged in 94, been in that barn probably ever since. So we're gonna give her a bath. We're gonna see what kind of actual metal flake we've really got on this thing, because it looks pretty heavy. So looks like it might be kind of interesting. So let's hose her off, take a little better look at it, and then see what we've got to work with. Well, we got her hosed off, got through the top layer of crust. We can get a little better look at this thing right now. Like I said, it is titled as a Volkswagen, but we still don't know what the body is. So let's check it out. Maybe some of you guys know what this body is. Well, here she is. Now we can get a little better look at it. Maybe some of you guys do know what this body is. Like I referenced earlier, there was a company called Barry that made a Mini T. Shoot, I think you could order these bodies out of the J.C. Whitney catalog. All kinds of different options for Volkswagens back in the day, and that's what this one's titled as. That's what it is running gear wise, chassis. They basically cut the Volkswagen off, put this body on it. So neat little car. I mean, these things were super popular back in the day. It's tough to find one intact. Like I said, this one has been in that barn for, we think, about 30 years. Last tagged in 94, but the family said they really don't remember this thing ever being driven much past the 80s. So they may have even just kept it tagged for a few more years while they left it sit there and never drove it. Few chips in the body, but nothing real catastrophic. Had some super heavy, really cool metal flake paint on it. Really made a neat little hot rod out of this thing for what it was. I mean, it was a quick, easy way to have a ton of fun. Inside, we didn't blast the inside. We need to get it sucked out, but you can see basically fiberglass seats with some big, thick 70s shag carpet. Nothing really fancy in this thing, just had a tack, amp, and oil gauge. Had the big swoopy flowing fenders that came all the way back to the rear where it humped over the rear wheel. These big old G60 Goodyears on the back. Early style stand-up tail lights. After they put the heavy metal flake on this thing, they even did some custom pinstripe work on it back in the day. Under the engine cover back here, like I said, pretty much stock Volkswagen. Got some exhaust on it, some chrome exhaust that stuck out the back of this body, but nothing really exotic. We can get a good glimpse over here of what that paint really looked like back in the day where it's been covered up and hasn't faded. Real deep metallic purpley blue is what it was originally. Obviously definitely faded. I don't know how much life we're going to get back out of this paint. But there again, back in the day, back in the late 70s, I bet this thing was super styling. Fuel filler neck. Little package tray on the back. Of course, you don't want to put anything too important back there because it's probably coming off unless you got a way to tie her down. This actually was 4-passenger, believe it or not. Had a little back seat area. Once again, just basically a board or a piece of fiberglass with some shag carpet on it. That's what made her 4-passenger. See some more pinstriping down here on the sides that they added to this car. And look right up that flowing fender, right out the front. Big tall windshield on it. Like I said, just the basic gauges. Nothing fancy at all, but just a super neat little car. So anyway, there it is, whatever that is, because I'm not sure what the body is. I'm hoping some of you can help me out. But super neat little car. Like I said, been in that barn for 30 years, covered in dust, back out in the daylight. We're going to shove her back in the shop, see if we got any life left in that engine, and see what the future holds for this thing. It's going to be going down the road eventually. It will be for sale, but it is such a neat little car. It's going to be cool to see what we can do with it. I hope you guys enjoyed checking it out. As always, if you've got any questions about this or any of the other 1,500 plus vehicles we've got in stock right now, just give me a shout, 620-786-4428. That number's on the page as well. And let's see what we can figure out with this thing. Maybe some of you guys got some answers for us. We'll see what happens. If you like this stuff, you like these old barn finds, you like these cool old cars, be sure to check out the channel Nobody's Show. Click that subscribe button, click that notification button, and check out the other videos. Hundreds of old cars on here. We've been dragging in, pulling out of fields, pulling out of barns. We have a lot of fun doing it. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. I hope you enjoy what we're doing. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon on the next video with the next cool find.